How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. We have a big week ahead. We actually have some major events happening Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I want to explain what's happening and kind of give you my take on it because, again, it is a pretty big week if you're a crypto holder and you should know what's going on, maybe even be able to take advantage of what's going on moving forward. If you don't mind, hit subscribe underneath the video, hit the like button. Comment what your thoughts are on some of these events, and let's get into it. We have a big earnings week. Last week, we had a big earnings week with Tesla, Google, who else? Microsoft. Here, we have pretty much the rest of the tech giants, right? So starting Monday, we have SoFi, which is kind of a retail favorite among a lot of investors. PayPal on Tuesday, Amazon on Tuesday after close, Starbucks. But let's get over to the crypto side of this. Coinbase on Thursday after close. We also have Block, but Coinbase is going to be really interesting to watch. Last quarter, they actually had a really good quarter compared to the bear market. Let's just see what they did. So they hit their financial goal. They actually generated a net income for the full year of $95 million and a positive adjusted EBITDA in all 4 quarters, totaling about $1 billion. They also launched a few new things like Coinbase International Exchange. They also launched Base and acquired licensing, stuff like that. Now, they had another big quarter because they rolled out and our custodians are, or maybe custody, they're doing a lot for the Bitcoin ETFs. I'm curious to see if they talk about like how much they make from that. But right now you can see their net revenue did increase last quarter about 50%. So it went from 623 to 905. Their net income actually went from a loss every single quarter for the 3 quarters before to a positive 273 million, and adjusted EBITDA was 305. So for the full year they were profitable on a net income basis, adjusted EBITDA basis. But I think this quarter is going to be huge for them. I think this is going to be much better than last quarter because they have the new products running, but also trading volume has increased significantly this quarter. And we've seen it from derivatives exchanges. It's obvious. Trading has ticked up 2, maybe 3x. Now, maybe this doesn't go up 2 to 3x. Maybe the revenue doesn't, but I think they're moving in the right direction. You can see consumers trading a significant amount more. Ooh, another flashing light. But consumers trading a lot more in Q4 of last year, going from 274 million in transaction revenue to 492. They're just making so much money. Institutional clients also almost tripled from Q3 to Q4. So yeah, I'm really curious to watch this earnings. Also, stablecoin revenues going up. The stock price has done really well. I mean, over the last 6 months, it's up 221%. Now, if you compare that to something like CLSK, let's look over the last 6 months for CLSK, a Bitcoin miner. It's done. The miners have done generally better than Coinbase, but Coinbase has still just been a monster. And I think if they have a good earnings, which a lot of people are expecting, to be fair, they have high expectations compared to the previous quarters. I think that they will do quite well. The price will do quite well moving forward. Something that I've never seen here. They give little like key events. Coinbase slips 20% in the new year as price of Bitcoin seesaws. Shares of Coinbase are up 15%, approaching Bitcoin halving. That's interesting. But yeah, just be on the lookout for this. This is coming on Thursday. Now we have a big event the day before that. We actually have the FOMC interest rate decision. Now this is pretty much a done deal that we're just going to hold rates, right? 5.25 to 5.5. Great for people that have money. Great for people that just want interest at the bank, but not great for people trying to buy assets. However, what everyone will be watching is the press conference, right? Is he speaking bearishly? Because now people are thinking, investors are thinking that we're going to have to wait much longer for rate cuts. Maybe next year, some people are saying. So it will be interesting, but that is the next major event this week. Of course, there are going to be other things that come up throughout the week. I'm sure there's going to be some kind of Bitcoin news, maybe some FUD. There's always stuff like that. in 2 days, I saw some people saying in 1 day, but it's in 2 days, the Hong Kong ETF start trading. So Tuesday, the Hong Kong ETF start trading. Wednesday, we have the interest rate decision. Thursday, we have Coinbase. So there are a lot of big events. Amazon also reports on Thursday too. They have talked about using like an NFT marketplace or using crypto as payment. Who knows what happens there, but it will be interesting to watch all these events unfold over the 3 days. So it could be a pretty crazy week. Keep in mind, long-term, Bitcoin is now the hardest money on earth with an inflation rate of 0.84%. Gold is 1.45. Keep in mind that this can go up as well. Bitcoin cannot. Bitcoin cannot go up, and it's actually going to go down as time goes on. It's going to go down to 0.42% in 4 years, and then 0.21%, and then it'll just become more and more scarce. So, yeah, Bitcoin is the hardest asset on earth. I had someone ask me, where do I think Bitcoin could go in 5 or 10 years? And honestly, that's a very hard question. It's something that I don't talk much about on the channel. I think it's going to go up pretty well, but the hard thing is modeling that kind of exponential growth, right? It's really hard to know what scarcity is going to do to the price of Bitcoin. Like, you could easily say $250,000 a cycle. And I'm not saying that definitely will, but I'm saying that no one's going to like balk at you. If they're bullish on Bitcoin, they're not going to say that that's crazy. And then what's next cycle? 600, 900, a million, 450. It's hard to tell because you don't know what true scarcity is going to do. You don't know how much governments are going to buy. You don't know how much companies are going to buy. You don't know if the ETFs are going to be put in retirement accounts and people are just going to passively buy them. We don't know what the powers that be are going to do. But if I had to guess, I think we're going to be much higher than we are today, right? I think we're going to be much higher than we are today in a year. We're going to have a lot of bumps in the road there, though. There are going to be a lot of people that try to shake you out of your positions. So keep that in mind. Now, I like this, and I'm going to repost this. If you want to see what I'm posting on Twitter, you can go follow me over on Twitter. I'm verified, so it's quite easy to find me now. But yeah, definitely go do that. Now let's cover a couple cryptocurrencies that are outside of Bitcoin. CoreDAO, which is actually kind of related to Bitcoin. Honestly, let's pull this up. It's a Bitcoin-powered EVM-compatible blockchain that combines delegated proof of work and delegated proof of stake. Okay, this is really interesting. There's a really good post about this that I also reposted and liked. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but something that I will say is interesting. Let me pull this up for you. The price of CoreDAO has done quite well. Like I was looking through my altcoin list, and so many altcoins have been cut in half, even. Like smaller altcoins cut in half over the last couple weeks. But CoreDAO has done quite well, actually. So you can see, yeah, it went up to $4, but then it came like pretty much right back down. And it's just been bottoming out here for a while. It seems like it's going to make another big move up. I mean, look at this. A huge move there. It looks like it might make another big move up. It's a pretty large market cap, around $2 billion. It's a top 100 crypto. But yeah, even with fear and greed coming down significantly, even with a lot of other altcoins being smashed, this one's held up quite well. Like you can see it just ranging here. So if you don't have this one on your list, I would put it on your list. Now, to be clear, I do hold CoreDAO, right? This is not a sponsored post or anything like that, but I do hold it, and I am bullish on it for the next bull run. One other cryptocurrency that I also hold a small amount of is UnityPad. Tyler actually goes into this more in depth, but UnityPad is a way to get access to a launch pad without having to go through and try to claim all the launches, like invest in all the launches. You can pretty much just hold the token and they invest for you. So yeah, definitely go over to my Twitter because I'm going to repost this and you can read a lot more about it. This one's small. Like if they do well on this, if this gets traction, it could go up significantly, more than probably Bitcoin or CoreDAO at this point because it is so small. But you can go follow me again on Twitter. You can learn more about these. Again, I just don't want to go on for 10 minutes about this, but it's definitely something that you should spend a few minutes on because it could pay off really well. Let me know your thoughts on all this underneath the video. I actually was planning on doing a retire on Solana video here today. But I'm going to hold off. I'm going to keep that in the back pocket. If you don't mind, though, go follow me on Twitter. You can check out the links to Margex and to CoinW underneath the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.